Okay. In the same day as the new Spirit Box, we have a new Lorna Shore music video. This song is called Into the Earth. Now, goes without saying, I am, in fact, a Lorna Shore fellow. I will not go over the history of Lorna Shore because we have a whole freaking podcast episode about it. You can listen to that, but my initial impressions of the older Lorna Shore, if I could be honest, not really my bag. I really like Immortal onwards, and I especially really like the Will Ramos era, and the more I listen to it, the more I actually really like it. And I really am not a symphonic metal guy, but for whatever reason, Lorna Shore is the exception to the rule for me. So this new song that came out following up the Sun Eater single that they put out, a couple of weeks prior, and I'm not gonna lie, man, Sun Eater might be, like, honest to God, my favorite fucking song from this band. I think the thing about, like, Lorna Shore, right, is their whole thing with the orchestral bits is they lean really heavily into, like, minor keys and stuff like that, so all of their shit, like, sounds like super fucking evil. And I think Immortal has this problem where, because the whole album just all focuses, like, on minor key kind of stuff, it gives it this very evil sound, but throughout the whole thing, so there's not really any break. And I like Immortal, like, at face value, but it gets a little bit samey, except for the songs that kind of stood out to me, right? And To the Hellfire and I Return to Nothingness, sorry, that EP, fucking awesome. Getting a little bit less from the samey direction. I think every song tends to have their own hooks and identity, and I think Sun Eater for me is really awesome because it has a bit more of, like, an uplifting kind of vibe. It feels a little bit happier, if you will, as much as, symphonic, techie, deathcore can get. And I think this works really well for them. I love this song. I think it's fucking awesome. I jog through this shit. I brush my teeth through this shit. It's fucking great. The guitar solo, especially awesome. Man, so underrated. So fucking good, man. He performs so well too, man. God, fucking awesome. Easily the most underrated guitar player of the modern metal era. I believe it's Adam. Probably got that wrong. He shreds, though. Really like his shit. Anyway, here's the new tune. Bit of an intro for the music video. I'm not really crazy about long-winded intros. So, who knows what this video is actually about. Of course, we got the lonely, nerdy record store owner checking out the cute girl wearing her deathcore drip of colored hair. It's funny, I used to work in a record store just like this, actually, that did sell, like, DVDs, vinyl, CDs, video games, the whole shebang. I feel like my store was a lot less depressing than wherever the fuck this guy is working. So there's a bit of an intro here. I might skip it. I don't know. I thought it was kind of amusing. Spooky CD flies off the shelf. Oh, I spoiled it. Sorry. Uh-oh. He turns around. Spooky CD. And then he's going to plop it into his fucking Windows XP work computer. Just atrocious. Kind of a hokey setup, but whatever, it's cool. At least they got the the pretty alternative deathcore lady. That's cool. So what I like about this tune, compared to some of the other Lorna Shore stuff, really gets to the point really quickly. There is no long-winded intro. Just 2 seconds of orchestral stuff and then blast beats. Just awesome stuff. Kind of appreciate how they actually made a music video that doesn't have the band playing in a room with, like, pyrotechnics. That's kind of like a I guess like it's gonna be a trope now that like see the Hellfire music video was like them playing in a warehouse room and he had like the fire shooting up in the sides. So they decide we're gonna reinvent the formula yet again, and we're just gonna have a dude twitching in bed. Can't wait for the trend of deathcore videos to have a dude twitching in bed as your music video. So here's the thing about Lorna Shore, right? I could see some people kind of egging on this and saying like, oh my god, it's a little bit samey, and then maybe so, but sameness. Oh, here's the breakdown. Trippy visuals. So cool. I really like how they have like the breakdowns where it's like really, really tight guitar and double kick with like a lot of space where like the entire rhythm of both instruments is just mimicked by each other. I think that's like really cool because it leaves like all this space, and like for those who aren't musically inclined, making like a breakdown like that has that much space is actually really difficult because as metal musicians, you know, you're kind of primed to be playing a lot really fast all the time. Lorna Shore has a lot of restraint considering every song they play is like stupidly fast. Oh yeah, what I was saying about sameness, I could see some people saying that this is basically like any other Lorna Shore track. And that may be true, but I think at this point, either you into it or you're not. I don't know what they have in store for this upcoming album. I believe I saw somewhere online that it's going to be coming out, I don't know, like in the fall or whatever it is. I'm kind of curious if it's just going to be like Immortal Part 2. And what I mean by that is it's just going to be like a continuation of like where they've come since Immortal. I would consider And I Return to Nothingness to be a step forward. I think it's a little bit tighter, a little bit better than Immortal. I would like to think that an entire Will Ramos album would probably be their best work. Because everything they've put out in this Will Ramos era, I'm pretty much sold on, and as you can tell, so is the entire world. And my god, guitar solo. So good. You know, I actually learned a couple Lorna Shore riffs just for giggles. Shit's hard, man. Shit's really, really hard. You guys know Dean from Archspire? He has a YouTube channel where him and his wife, they're so adorable, so wholesome. They just like will learn death metal songs and have like, you know, guest people kind of say, hey, learn these 4 riffs from our band. And the guitar player from Lorna Shore was on there, and like Dean struggled to play some of these songs. It's a really cool video because like it kind of goes to show, man, Lorna Shore, the vocalists have always stole the show, but man, the instrumentation in this band's fucking so much better than the rest. I mean, like, Will is essentially a, like, vocal shredder, if you will, like, it's vocal porn, but, like, man, God, their instrumentation is so tight. This video's a real trip, isn't it? And all this is taking place on some record store nerd's computer. Oh, it's kind of unsettling, isn't it? I think I've actually watched this far into the video before. Now, I'd be curious to see if they decide to break up this breakdown formula, because one thing I will say that's a little bit samey with this band as of late is their breakdown formula always is like the big, like, chugga-chugs, a lot of space with, like, the dinosaur kind of vocals and the kind of, like, over top of it. I love it. But I'm curious to see if they'll kind of change it up. Maybe the record store guy was making a reaction video and he was like screaming, oh, I didn't know about that part. Brutal. Can't believe they just did that. Well, I'm unsettled. Anyways, new Lorna Shore. It's a good song, but do I like it as much as Sun Eater? No, I do not. I actually do prefer Sun Eater quite a bit more, but I think this is a really, really good step in the right direction. I just imagine the rest of the album will be pretty good. I'm not really that worried about it. Yeah, new Lorna Shore, good stuff.